Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Uh, Today, not gonna be your usual game or help video. I There's something I need to get off my chest. I'm sorry. I'll try to make it as quick as I can, but that being the case, might not be. As some of you know, I used to deal with nightmares back in my days. Back in my day. Um, and I'm here to talk about them. I'm not trying to scare anyone. I'm not trying to say the devil is real. He's coming for your soul. The devil's gonna get you. I'm not here to say nothing like that. Believe what you want to believe. I have my own, and you guys know I don't really express my belief that much because everybody's entitled to their own thoughts, their own opinions, entitled to their own things compared to mine. I will, and I'm okay with that. But we're not here for that. Anyways, when I went to high school, I've gotten numerous nightmares. When I first started high school, all the way till when I finished, so I had 4 years of non-stop nightmares every, and each of those nightmares weren't nothing much like, oh, it's anxiety, I'm scared, I'm gonna end up at school with no clothes on, or oh, I'm in my underwear, oops, daisy, or anything like that. Mine's were more severe. Mine's kind of involved in the demonic area or like demons. And most of my dreams ended up with me needing to no longer exist, say, in order to wake up. Some of them involved fighting creatures unknown mostly known in like anime or like horror movies, like the Weeping Angel kind of ordeal, or like what's the other one? Ouija board, whatever it's called. Ouija, yeah, that movie. Stuff like that, kind of horrible nightmares, and it progressively got more and more severe. Some nightmares, I'd have my arm ripped off. Some of them, I had my own leg ripped off. I had like pieces of my head missing. All kinds of stuff like that. Eventually, all my nightmares started becoming more like a series where I would grow stronger and stronger each time. And at the time, I didn't know what my nightmares really were or what they meant. And I'm just gonna say it now. If you're dealing with the same things, talk to somebody. I didn't do that. It just progressively got worse until I finally graduated. And a couple of months ago, I went into therapy. I took some therapy, I got better, and even after graduation, the nightmares still continued here and there. They weren't just, they weren't that frequent anymore. But now they're, every so often, it's like, ooga booga, scary creature, jump scare kind of ordeal. It's no longer, I'm fighting for my life, there's hardly any food, I have to eat this demon's heart, it tastes gross, but it gives me power and sustenance food. Now it's more like ooga booga. You're somewhere unfamiliar and now you're lost. Ooh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's just the silly stuff like that now. But if you're going through this, it's because there's something you're holding inside yourself. My dreams were representing my own fights I was dealing with reality. My own trouble, my own awkwardness, and I guess my nightmares were the only way I could properly express myself, get rid of it, you know? Fight it. But I got lucky that it didn't get the better of me. I'll admit it. I had depression. I still have anxiety and stress and all kinds of other things. But my depression, which I still have, was worse back then than it is now. I know we're all going through depression. Everybody is. We all have our own ways of expressing it. We have our own form of depression. That doesn't mean that my depression isn't as important as the next person. Yeah, I could have suicidal thoughts, but the person next to me can be going through a different type of depression, like they don't feel loved, they don't feel accepted. Or it could just be not as severe as, oh, I just don't feel good about myself. I'm not gonna yell at him. I'm not gonna compare that mine's is better. I'm just gonna look at that person and be like, your depression's valid, just valid as mine. Let's go. Go talk about it. Even though it's very uncomfortable to share your depression in front of anybody, you really should at least get it out. What really worked for me to finally stop my nightmares, at least like slow it down to an exponential amount, was see, I went to one of my old schools, while it was empty, late at night, empty. I sat by the fence, respecting the boundary of the school, and I just let it out. I yelled. I even cursed and swore. I let out my emotions. I told off what I felt. And I acted like everybody who hurt me there, one way or another, was still there. And I'm looking at them all dead in the face, yelling at them. And that much was enough for me to feel better. For me to finally say, I'm free. I can move on. I had opened my cage, I let myself out, and now I'm free. I am no longer, the school kid to pick on. I am an adult, I am human, and everything about me has some form of validation just like you. So again, I'm reaching out to you guys to let you know that anxiety, depression, all kinds of other illnesses is just as important to you as it is to the person next to you, around you, the next person you talk to. I'm sorry, this is my usual, like, video game stream or recording or, hey, let's see what Grill's up to. This is supposed to be here, and it's been eating at me for a while. I've been wanting to tell you guys. I just don't know how you would react to a real moment between you and I, but I felt like it's time. I know my audience, I know you guys are either young or either between, kind of like children or preteens, but this is something you all need to know. Do not hold back your emotion, whether you're a guy or a girl or whatever you identify as, considering that the fact that the world had now says that there's over 200 genders. And I will not voice my opinion on that because everybody, like I said, everyone's entitled to their own opinions, and I like to keep mine somewhat to myself. I prefer to listen to what others say, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for guys. I'm here for you guys to let you know whatever you're going through, tell somebody. Not a streamer, not someone who you watch on YouTube online, not somebody who's not like an IRL, not like an online friend. IRL is better, but somebody who has the ability to help, or even to yourself, to a stuffed animal, a Pepsi can. That's what I did. I felt angry and frustrated, and I really wanted to scream and shout and like insult somebody. I didn't want to hurt my friends' feelings. They were the only people I can talk to. So I hurled all the insults at an inanimate object, like a pillow, for example, bed, like I said, a Pepsi can, a garbage. Yell at your garbage. Let out all that anger, let out all that frustration, and once you're done, whenever you feel you're done, go talk to somebody in a calm demeanor. Just let them know, hey, I just let out my anger, my frustration, but I still feel a little bit frustrated and I need someone to talk to. Really recommend you talk to someone. Like I said, even though my suicidal thoughts and depression was up to a point where I wanted to commit it, even had some attempts, and thank goodness they failed, I wouldn't be here today. really talk to someone. There are people who don't make it. There are people who don't have the same mindset as everyone else of, suck it up. They let it get to them. Know somebody like that? Try to talk to them, be their friend, support them, out of the kindness of your heart. I'm sorry that this is a long, boring video. I just felt like this is one of those moments where it's like, I need to get this off. Otherwise, I'll be carrying it. I'll regret not telling you guys as soon as possible. Hey, look out for yourself. And look for someone to look out for you too. You matter. Everybody does. It may not seem like it, it may not feel like it, but you do matter. Remind yourself, as long as you know you matter, then nobody else's opinion should matter to you. Your own voice is what makes you, you. And I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see a comment saying, oh, but somebody else can replace me because they're better than me. No, they can't. They cannot replace the memories you have. They can't replace how you grew up. They can't replace you any shape, form, or way. Your looks, voice, what you've been through. They can't replace it. They weren't there. Always be yourself. Look out for others trying their best. Peace and love, guys. See you, Extreme. Safe out there.